All right. Giddy got it. All right. So today I wanted to go over the 10 questions everyone has about AI. So I went ahead and asked Claude to give me the 10 best questions that answers everyday people's questions about AI, right? So this is pretty much what he gave me. So what even is AI and why does everyone keep talking about it? So AI is a software that can think, reason, and respond like a human. It's not magic, it's just a tool. So don't think of it as something that's going to magically do some stuff just because you thought it could do that. It doesn't work like that, okay? It's been around for years, but got genuinely useful really fast in the last 2 or 3 years, which is very true. Initially, when it first came out, it was giving out very horrible answers, and yeah, it's came a long way. We'll put it like that, but it's still not as good as people think it is. So think of it less like a robot takeover and more like a smart assistant that never sleeps, because it really doesn't. And you can have it do a lot of simple tasks, like computer related tasks. Question two: how is Claude different from ChatGPT? Pretty much there. I'll summarize it like this: you have a Toyota over here and you have a Honda over here. Two different car brands, but both of them have four wheels, both of them have four doors, sometimes two doors, front windshield, back windshield. You get what I'm saying? Pretty much the same thing, just a little different style. This one does something a little bit different than this one. That's all. So both of them are AI assistants, but Claude reasons better on complex, longer problems. What I say personally, also what Claude says. However, ChatGPT, it's very good at creative thinking, like creative thought process. So if you just want to go and talk out like a creative, something creative. I know I just said that 3 times in a row, but be creative with ChatGPT, right? Be complex problem solving with Claude. You can paste in an entire document and it actually processes it. It doesn't just skim through it, which is very, very important because it used to just skim through crap. Now it actually reads line for line, word for word, so it can get a whole understanding of what it is that you just put in there. So you can put a whole book in there and it will understand the whole book for you college students. I'm not telling you to cheat, okay? Anyway, try both. Use the right tool for the right job, okay? Number three, you can AI actually help my business or is it just hype? It depends. It won't run your business, but it will eliminate grunt work that eats away at your everyday. Because, like checking emails, understanding emails, digesting a whole spreadsheet, documents, meeting minutes, good lord, those kind of things. It can understand all that, summarize it for you. You don't have to do all that work. So it could also draft, summarize, organize, and help you with brainstorming. All real, all proven ideas that has been done with Claude. Hell, I don't know if you guys heard this, but Claude was used in government activities. Not conspiracy things, but it's very useful. It helps a lot, believe me. Okay, so start with one painful task and let AI help you solve just that one thing first. Okay, so don't bring a whole big old project and just slap it in AI like, hey, you have a thought process of what you want it to be, but you just tell it the end result. It needs to understand your process, your thinking, okay? So you just can't drop a whole thing. You have to go step by step, okay? Step by step. Remember that. Step by step, not the whole thing. Don't just drop the whole ingredient cake. Like, this is what I want the cake to look like. Tell me what I need, kind of stuff. It can, but it may not be accurate. Be a little bit more specific, which goes into the very next question. Why does AI give me generic, useless answers? Vague questions get vague answers. Trash goes in, trash comes out, okay? The problem is usually the prompt, not the AI. What you are saying is very, very important. So give it context, who you are, what you're trying to do, and what you don't want. This is the only time I would tell people to Actually say what you don't want because that is very important. That keeps unnecessary clutter out of your face, and you get what you need. You get what you need, what you're trying to do, what you don't want. That's the context. Okay, so bad example. Help my nonprofit. Good example. I run a youth education nonprofit. Help me write a 3-sentence sponsorship email to local businesses. See the difference? Add a little bit more umph, get a little bit more back. All right. Question 5. What can AI do that most people don't know? It can read a long document and give you a plain English summary in seconds. I don't know if people think that's normal, but that's really not normal, and that is really cool if you really think about when it says long documents. Like I was saying before, a book. Like you put a big old 400-page book in here, and it could summarize all the things from each chapter. Hell, you can tell it to find how many times a single word was used in the whole book. Okay, it's very, very useful. Okay. You can use it to prep for hard conversations. You just explain the situation and ask it to help you think it through. Very, very cool thing you could do. Just in case you want to go through your ideas, definitely it'll give you a critical outlook if you ask for that. Okay. Some people not ready for that real, but yeah, ask it for the real. You get the real back. Sometimes it hurts, I promise. Ask it what you think about it. Like if you actually have an account with any of these, Claude, ChatGPT, Perplexity, any of those, ask it what it thinks about you based off of, all the stuff that you talked about. Most people use about 10% of what AI can do, and that is the truth. Like they just ask silly questions. I've heard so many different questions that people have asked. I mean, I guess it's important and it's smart or whatever it is that the people are asking, but you can ask it in a better way. So, question 6, very important. Is your data safe? Yes. For most of these AI tools, most free AI tools can use your conversation to improve their models. You can check the settings to opt out if needed, so you don't have to let it use your stuff. Key things to remember though: do not paste your passwords, any type of important list, donor list, or anything sensitive. And when I say sensitive, social security numbers, if you don't want, like telephone numbers is not really bad, but don't do it unless it's something that you're specifically looking for. Like if it's important to you, don't put it in there, okay? Definitely use for general use, like drafting, writing, and brainstorming, you're fine. But when you start going into like your financial documents, you can ask financial questions. Do not put your financial information in there like that. Unless you're okay with that. I mean, some people are. Hey, different strokes for different folks, okay? Question 7. How do I use AI if I'm not tech savvy? If you can send a text message, you can use AI, okay? It's no technical skills really required. It's just more so how you use it. So start with a real problem you have this week and just describe it like you're talking to a smart friend. That's it. Whatever it is that you have on your brain, if there's any type of question that you possibly have, if you ever said, hey, I wonder, blah, 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 put that in AI. You will get it answered, I promise. Okay, the biggest mistake is waiting until you feel ready. Just start. Just use it. Please just use it. I was like, just get comfortable asking questions. Simple enough, I hope. Anyway, question 8. Will AI take my job? It will replace repetitive tasks. I will say that. Not people who adapt. That is one of the most important things, because I think most people want to sit in this comfortable little box and do the same. Hey, I check this. Hey, I check that. Those kind of jobs that are like repetitive tasks, yes, those most certainly will go. I cannot sugarcoat that. Even my job, like some of the things that I do, can replace certain people. Okay. However, if you learn how to use this here tool, I promise you, you will not be irrelevant. Point blank period. Okay, the people who learn how to use it become more productive and harder to replace, not easier. Well said. Think of it like email when it first came out. The people think of it like email when it first came out. The people who learned it early got ahead. Just like the internet. The people who learned how to use that kind of stuff, they got ahead because they utilized the product, and it has a lot of advantages, a lot more advantages than it does have weaknesses. So definitely useful to use. Question 9. Where do I start if I want to use AI in my organization? So pick one painful, repetitive task your team does every week and start there. That's the number one. Whatever the heck that is, ask AI how to fix that problem. You can also get one curious person on your team to experiment with it first. If you know somebody who's interested with it or finds it intriguing, let them go and explore AI for you. Small wins create momentum. Don't try to overhaul everything at once. That's the best way to do it. Like just like changing any type of process within your business, do it in increments, test it out, see if it works. If that's good to go, test it again and then implement. Don't just take AI and be like, oh yeah, it's gonna replace all of this other kind of stuff. Like, yeah, you can buy quote unquote AI agents that are set up, but if you don't know how to use that AI agent, you just wasted however many dollars. Was it 25K or something like that? I don't know. It's a few thousand a month at least. And the last question, question 10. What's one thing you want us to walk away knowing? Here it is, people. What I want you to know, AI is not here to replace you, okay? It's really not. It's here to give you your time back. You can do less BS and have more time to do what you want to do. The organizations that ignore it out of fear will fall behind. Don't be Blockbuster. Don't be Blockbuster. You don't have to be a tech expert to use it, okay? You just have to be willing to start. And if you understand all that, I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. And if you want to keep learning about how to use AI to simplify your work and your life, then that's what this channel is all about. Appreciate you.